Sid here from Vita Artis Performance Academy, and today I want to talk to you about the benefits of improv. Improvisation is where you come up with something on the spot, whether it be in a conversation, on stage, or answering questions. There are many ways that we can improve on our improvisation, but today I'm going to give you a couple of techniques that you can use when doing improvisation in the classroom. The first thing we want to make clear in our classroom is that improv is a yes and game. The idea is that we always want to say yes to any improvisation suggestions that may happen to us and build upon those as well. By using yes and, we prevent blocking and it keeps the conversation going in our improvisation games. A yes and game is a great way to get students involved in thinking on their feet. If we're working on a yes and activity, what we want to do is we want to separate our classroom into two-person groups. This way they can work off each other and add on to their yes ands. One person will start by suggesting something, and then the other person will say yes, and we can, and add an activity onto that suggestion. So for instance, we could go to the park today. Yes, and while we're at the park, we'll go on the swings. Yes, and while we're on the swings, we'll get to the tallest part of it and jump off. Yes, and when we land, we can do a barrel roll. By incorporating yes and, we're trying to match the energy of the other person and build upon their suggestion. Another fun improvisation activity is This Is A. In This Is A, what we are basically doing is taking an object from the classroom that might be used for something mundane and turning it into something unique. A ball could become a chair. A pencil could become a trumpet. And a hula hoop could become a fancy dress. The idea is that we want to encourage our students to use their imagination when creating This Is A ideas. This is also a great technique to use to prevent blocking, as sometimes students will have too many ideas in their head and not be willing to say any of them. But by encouraging This Is A and by making it fast and quick, they have to think about the first thing that comes to their mind. Finally, another great improvisation activity is storytelling. We can either do storytelling in groups or with one student only. If we're doing it in groups, we could do one-word stories where there's a group of students that have to come up with a full story and all they can say is one word. Or they can do one-sentence stories where a partnering group could come up with a sentence and then the other person come up with the other sentence. The idea is to integrate both their ideas to create something that is an actual story with a beginning, a middle, and end. We want to make sure that they are using recollection to be able to retell that story using the ideas that were already presented. If we're using one singular student to do improvisation storytelling, what we can do is give them a word or a sentence, a sound, an image, or a video, and they can think on the spot as to what that means to them. Then they can take that prompt and dictate whether it's going to be a horror or a comedy or any type of genre, and then build a story based on beginning, middle, end, with a rising action and a denouement at the end. Improvisation really helps bring confidence in everyday speaking and will make their communication even more effective. I hope this has been helpful, and thanks again for listening. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe our videos and leave a comment. It means a lot to us. Thanks, and have a great day.